infantry weapons of World War II. World War II was not defined only by tanks, aircraft, or grand strategies. At the core of every front line were the infantry weapons carried by ordinary soldiers: rifles, machine guns, submachine guns, grenades, flamethrowers, and anti-tank launchers. These personal weapons decided who advanced, who survived, and who never made it home. To understand how the war was truly fought, we must look closely at the tools held in the hands of millions of soldiers across Europe, Africa, and the Pacific. The Second World War was a global conflict that drew in nations from every continent, reshaping the face of modern warfare forever. Wars throughout history have shown countless variations in tactics and technology, each shaped by the needs and resources of the time. Hidden beneath the noise of battle were the many weapons carried by soldiers, each designed for a specific purpose and style of fighting. Soldiers relied on a wide range of arms to survive and fight effectively. Let's take a closer look at the tools they carried. We'll explore what kinds of weapons were manufactured in factories and how they were used on battlefields around the world. The bolt-action rifle. The majority of infantrymen carried bolt-action rifles, firing one round at a time with deliberate precision. After every shot, soldiers manually opened and closed the bolt to eject the spent cartridge and chamber a new round, reloading with metal clips when the magazine ran dry. Among the Allied forces, several models of bolt-action rifles became famous for their reliability and accuracy. The British and Commonwealth troops used the Lee-Enfield Mark III and later the No. 4 variant, renowned for its fast bolt action and large magazine. American forces often carried the M1 Springfield rifle, prized for its long-range accuracy and sturdy build. Soviet soldiers were armed with the Mosin-Nagant M9130, a rugged and simple rifle well-suited to harsh Eastern Front conditions. The Axis armies, too, relied heavily on their own series of bolt-action rifles tailored to their military doctrines. German troops primarily used the Karabiner 98K, a compact, reliable rifle known for precision and durability. Japanese infantry were issued the Arisaka Type 38 and Type 99 rifles, which were strong, long-barreled weapons with notable craftsmanship. Italian soldiers carried the Carcano Modello series lightweight rifles that served as their standard service weapon. Semi-automatic rifle. As the war progressed, semi-automatic rifles grew increasingly common, using gas-operated mechanisms that allowed soldiers to fire multiple rounds quickly. These weapons removed the need to manually cycle the bolt for each shot. Examples include some of the most advanced rifles of the era. The United States fielded the M1 Garand and the lighter M1 carbine, both praised for reliability and rapid fire in combat. The Soviets used the SVT-40, while the Germans developed the Gewehr 43, both representing a shift towards semi-automatic infantry armament. Machine gun. As in the First World War, machine guns remained devastating tools that defined modern combat, with infantry training focused on mastering their two main types. Heavy machine guns were often set up in fortified or dug-in positions, providing sustained defensive fire. Light machine guns, on the other hand, were portable and typically magazine-fed, designed to move with advancing troops. One of the most iconic examples of the era was the German MG-42. It was a weapon feared by all who faced it, both for its speed and its unrelenting roar. The MG-42 was a prime example of a general-purpose machine gun that combined high mobility with overwhelming firepower. Capable of firing between 200 and 500 rounds per minute, it earned the chilling nickname Hitler's buzzsaw for its distinctive sound. Other notable machine guns included the Soviet DP-28, recognized by its top-mounted drum magazine and dependable gas-operated system. The British relied on the Bren gun, a top-loading light machine gun adapted from a Czech design, praised for accuracy and control. American infantry used the Browning automatic rifle, or BAR, combining portability with sustained firepower. Submachine guns, which fired pistol-caliber rounds at short range, saw major improvements during the Second World War. The Thompson, once infamous among 1920s gangsters, was adapted for military use by the US and British armies, proving effective in close combat. British troops appreciated the Thompson's reliability but found it too costly and complex to mass produce. As a result, Britain designed the Sten gun, a cheap, easily produced submachine gun, though prone to jamming in the field. Many of these compact weapons were distributed to resistance movements across Nazi-occupied Europe, empowering underground fighters. The Soviet PPSH-41 was another cost-effective weapon capable of tremendous firepower thanks to its large 71-round drum magazine. The German MP-40 with its 32-round magazine was a standard submachine gun widely used by paratroopers, officers, and infantry leaders alike. Late in the war, Germany developed an innovative new firearm that would influence all future assault rifles. Known as the STG-44 or Maschinenpistole 44, it bridged the gap between rifle and submachine gun using a shortened 7.92 33mm cartridge for versatility. This revolutionary design would go on to directly inspire post-war assault rifles, most notably the AK-47. Handgun. Handguns issued to officers, pilots, and tank crews were limited in range and accuracy but vital for close-quarters defense. Several distinctive sidearms were used by the major powers during the conflict. The United States favored the M1911, a powerful and reliable semi-automatic pistol. German officers carried the Walther P38 and the iconic Luger P08, both symbols of precision engineering. The Luger in particular became a coveted war trophy for Allied troops. Britain and its Commonwealth forces used the Webley Mark VI and the Enfield No. 2 revolvers, both known for durability. Soviet officers carried the TT-33 Tokarev, a sturdy semi-automatic pistol with a simple, efficient design. Flamethrower. Flamethrowers reappeared in the Second World War, maintaining their reputation as terrifying yet effective battlefield tools. In the Pacific, U.S. Marines used flamethrowers to flush out entrenched enemies from bunkers, caves, and pillboxes. Grenade. Hand grenades were an essential part of every infantryman's gear, designed to be thrown or launched from rifles for quick explosive impact. Grenades served multiple purposes, most commonly as small, devastating explosive weapons. Others produced smoke for concealment or tear gas for disrupting enemy troops. A simpler weapon, the Molotov cocktail made from bottles filled with flammable liquid, was famously used by Finnish forces against Soviet tanks before and during World War II. Anti-tank. Infantry also gained access to portable anti-tank weapons, simple metal launchers that fired rockets capable of piercing enemy armor. American soldiers used the bazooka while German troops countered with their own version, the Panzerschreck. Now you've learned about some of the key infantry weapons that shaped combat during the war. These weapons defined how infantry fought, survived, and adapted across countless battlefields. During World War II, they represented both human ingenuity and the brutal necessities of modern combat. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts on these historical weapons. From 1939 to 1945, World War II mobilized more than 100 million service members and resulted in an estimated 70 to 85 million deaths, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. Its infantry weapons were produced on an industrial scale, roughly 17 million Mosin-Nagants, around 6 million Lee-Enfields manufactured during the war, between 4 and 5 million Kar 98Ks, about 6 million PPSH-41s, 4 million Sten guns, and more than 6.1 million M1 carbines. These figures reflect how entire nations converted their factories' resources and labor into machines designed for survival and domination. And when we look back at this vast arsenal, one truth becomes clear: while technology shapes the course of war, only peace shapes the world that comes after it.